How we doing? It's me. I'm finally here after 1 week. If you haven't seen my first video where I've introduced myself, hi, I'm Oblivion, and I'm a League of Legends addict. I've started this channel to record my journey to salvation where I try out different games. It could be other FPSs, story games, RPGs, anything that isn't League of Legends. And so now, I present to you the first game on my list, Elden Ring. I have decided to go into this game fully blind, without looking up any guides on builds, where to go, what to level up, anything online that can help me potentially beat the game more easily. My goal is to beat all the main bosses that are placed within this world, and the only help I will allow myself to get is from any potential viewers that were watching me while I was live, or from you guys leaving any tips or hints in the comments. Please don't spoil anything for me though, because I want to get the full experience. And yes, I do stream 4 to 5 days a week on Twitch, so if you ever feel like hanging out and watching me fail miserably against the bosses, you can find me in the description below. I've picked this because, well, I've never played a Souls-like game in the past, and the closest thing that I've played ever was Black Myth Wukong. And I would say that most won't even count it as a Souls-like and more like a boss rush game. Now, with the intro out of the way, welcome to my channel. Have a drink, a snack, sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy this video. This is My Journey to Salvation, Elden Ring Edition. Part 1. I entered the world of Elden Ring as a warrior. I had my double swords and a mission. I went into the game picking the warrior class because I thought I could be like Kirito, dealing massive damage while being super agile. That being said, my start wasn't great. Oh! That hurts so bad! Oh! I died in one hit! I proceeded to wake up in a cave, and I went through the Cave of Knowledge or something, where I learned the controls and fought probably the most easiest tutorial boss I've ever fought ever in a video game. Guard counter. Boom! Boom! Oh, I did good there. I'm amazing at this game! After beating this boss, I went up a magical elevator and opened this door, and I was presented with one of the absolutely most gorgeous scenes I've ever seen in a video game. Look at that. That is so pretty. What's that thing? As you can see, this big ass guard called the Tree Sentinel caught my eye. And while I knew in the back of my mind I probably couldn't do anything about him, I just wanted to try. Oh! Oh! Okay, we fighting. Oh! No cheap. Oh, it's doable. It's doable. It's doable. I just cannot get hit. We gonna do this. We gonna do this. Oh! Nope. Back. You know, for some reason, I was just outright delusional to even think that it was possible. Now, I know what you're thinking. The health bar moved, therefore it's beatable. But yeah, no, at this point, there was absolutely no way that I could beat that mountain of a being. So after those horrendous attempts of trying to beat that dude, I went forward where I found a new checkpoint and this weird merchant fisherman. Wait, that's not a fishing pole. But yeah, he sold me some items, and then I kept moving forward into the forest where a bunch of guards were roaming around. I killed them by giving them back shots, and this is where I basically found a cave. And within this cave, there were a bunch of wolves. I killed them. That was absolutely a piece of cake. And this is also where I found my first, not my first, but I'd say the next boss room. I'm not sure if you can even call this guy a boss, because compared to the tree dude, this guy was also extremely easy to beat, which was actually very important for me because it gave me a great boost of confidence. Yeah, I would even say it gave me too much confidence, because next up, after killing this boss, I moved forward and found this soldier camp, and those soldiers, I tell you, taught me a lesson. It took me multiple tries to actually beat it, and this is when I decided to finally move forward into this Stormgate area. And little did I know that these soldiers shooting tiny arrows at me was just the tip of the iceberg. Oh, what is that? I'm good, Chief. I'm good, Chief. I'm running. I'm good, Chief. Weave. Oh! Run, my guy! No, I'm good, Chief. Stop hitting me! Oh! Now, Bigfoot with a BF sword from League of Legends wouldn't stop chasing me, and I thought this golden tree thing was going to be a checkpoint. Turns out I was wrong. I had to keep on running a little bit forward, and that's where I finally found the checkpoint. What do I do with you? I came upon the next checkpoint where Melina gifted me with Torrent, the beautiful horned wildebeest horse thing. And yeah, this is where traveling became a lot easier. And I went further down up the hill to this castle area, but it was blocked by a bunch of soldiers, so I went towards the right, and this is where I ran into a scratchy grandma, and I decided to keep on exploring or trying to find new checkpoints because I really didn't know where I was supposed to go. The bridge ahead was broken, so I had to go down towards the left, and I kept moving forward, and on the back area I got mesmerized by the view again. Oh, that is so pretty. I met with Melina again, and I was taken to the round table area where there was this sketchy ass grandpa. Like, I didn't like his vibe at all. And I just gotta say, this place was really cool. It just felt like there were a lot of things that I couldn't do yet. It felt like a lot of late game stuff. But I will say, I found this room with this very nice lady, but it turns out everyone was pretty much thinking the same thing when first talking to her, because like You know, just watch. I'm sorry, but you Elden Ring players are a bunch of sickos.
Would you allow me to hold you? But briefly, perhaps you might share with me some of your lively vigor and your stout-heartedness. Doing so will grant me the warmth of a champion.
Oh,
And
I'll
you,
give you warmth.
I am sure, will bear a Balderkin's blessing. Do you think it vulgar, perhaps? Where I come from, it is a sacred act.
Hell yeah.
Ah, my thanks, great champion.
Sheesh.
Very warm.
Now, I only went in for a second hug just because I wanted to see if anything different would happen, because the first time that I did it, it gave me an item. But this is when this specific message actually clocked in. I understood the message.
I am pleased to see you again.
Nope.
Would your blessing is still a... Would you like to be...
No.
Then good day to...
I meant this. Yep. After dealing with our physical needs, I teleported back to Stormhill because I knew I had the horse and the place that I was exploring didn't seem to have much. So I felt like I probably missed something because I couldn't find the entrance to that castle. So I was like, you know what? I will try to go through the main entrance that was guarded. After a total of, I would say, 2 hours of exploring, I finally found the first boss. Or, sorry, let me rephrase. The first main boss of Elden Ring. It was starting from this point on that I was really going to understand how hard this game can punish you.
In search of the Elden Ring. Emboldened by the flame.
Who are you, Grandpa? Yeah, no, this grandpa was going to absolutely kick my ass. Damn. Crazy superhero landing.
Someone must extinguish thy flame. Let it be Margit the Fell.
Now, early on, I didn't do a lot of damage to him because I was really trying to focus on understanding his attack patterns, which really wasn't that easy to begin with because I was met with my first death really quickly. Oh my days, that's hard. We got this, we got this. See, now the problem was I did not have it. What you witnessed was my first attempt, and it was extremely hard for me to really understand his attack patterns because he would use his stick for insane delayed attacks, but he was also capable of making quick attacks with his sword or quick slashes, and it was just really hard to determine when it would be a slightly delayed attack, a super delayed attack, or just quick swipes. But then he would also have his dagger if I was too close to him to slash at me, and I was just having an extremely hard time to deal consistent damage to this dude. Well, not even consistent damage, but make consistent progress in dealing more damage to him. I was always stuck with leaving a sliver of health. I was always stuck with only taking away, I'd say like 1/8 of his health. But then finally at one try, I was starting to see certain punishable moments, and this was the absolute first time that I got him to nearly half health, and I didn't even know this man had a second set of moves. What is that? Okay, chill out. Let me drink. Yeah, so turns out this guy for the first half of the battle wasn't even trying, but what was good was I was starting to be able to relatively consistently take half of his health. I got him into his second phase a few more times, but I was still having a lot of struggle, whether it was with my health or with my stamina. I would either not have enough stamina to roll out of the way, or I just didn't have enough room for error because of how little my health is. Oh! At this point, I have fought him for probably around 2 hours, and luckily there was a viewer in the stream, and he kind of suggested that I leveled up my character a bit more. So I decided to take a step back. I teleported back to the soldier camp area, killed them a bunch of times, and decided to level up my character a bit. Other than the soldier camp area, this lovely viewer also suggested that I go to Caelid. So on my way of looking for Caelid, I kind of just decided to explore and travel throughout the map. I fought a bunch of soldiers, but most importantly, I ran into this lovely young lady who told me her castle was overrun. And as I moved further down, I found these blade-wielding, winged, mutated grandmas, and I didn't like the look of these things one bit because they kind of reminded me of Nina Tucker from Full Metal Alchemist. If you know, you know. But I then also beat this massive giant, the same looking one that was chasing me up the hill when I got ambushed. As I walked up to the castle, I got shot at with massive arrows, and turns out there was a giant freaking flame archer. To my surprise though, he was actually very weak. Once I beat him, I went into the castle with the focus on killing enemies to farm more runes so I could further level up my character before my ultimate fight with Margit again. That being said, little did I know I was actually going to run into another boss that was going to challenge me once again. And this boss is Mr. Misbegotten. Unlike Margit, this guy was super aggressive. His attacks were super quick, and it kind of just caught me off guard. But compared to Margit, he was actually very squishy. So I had a decent amount of confidence that I could actually beat him. It just really took some time for me to really understand his attack patterns, because unlike Margit that would have relatively longer cooldowns in between his attacks, it seemed that this man just wouldn't give you a break and just keep going at you. Believe it or not, after around 15 minutes, I actually got him super low, and I was pretty confident that I was ready to beat him. I just needed to give myself more time, be patient, and find a good time to strike. That being said, Elden Ring is a great game at teaching you something about greed. Calm down. He's gonna do that. No way! I totally thought I had that! Yeah, that happened. And what's funny enough is that this didn't happen only
Are you ready?
once.
Are you ready?
It happened a second time. That being said, I came up with a pretty consistent strategy. I was able to punish his big lunge attacks and jump attacks, and I would avoid trying to greed any hits while he was in this red-eyed fury, berserker, anger phase, which proved to work very, very well. I was able to get him consistently down to really low health, and that brought me to this attempt right here. I'm gonna show you this attempt raw, without any voiceover, just for you guys to enjoy, because it actually came pretty close. That's fine, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine. I think like 2.5 hits. Let's go! And as much as greed is usually a bad thing in this game, it's actually sometimes also very, very good. Now, all in all, I think this boss took over 30 minutes, nearly 45 minutes to beat. And while being so close to beating him a few times and dying was absolutely horrible to experience, I still had a rush of endorphins. It felt so good to actually finally beat the boss. And pretty much at this time, I felt like I was finally ready to go back to the start, where I was supposed to finish whom I was unable to finish. Yep. Big man. Now this time around, everything was actually a lot different. I had a much clearer strategy in my head on how I was going to beat him. There were a specific few moves in which I could really punish him hard. The one that you just saw, where he would jump super high and smash to the ground, I could usually get around 3 to 4 consistent hits before he started attacking. There was also another one where he would do this thing right here, where he slashes at you and does this double attack, and I could get 2 to 3 consistent hits before he either starts using the tail swipe or jumping away. And actually, things were going on really well. I was able to pretty consistently get him down close to half health, or him starting his second phase, but that's when I really started to run into troubles again, because in his second phase he is a lot more aggressive and he has 2 new weapons that he uses to attack you with: the big ass freaking hammer and also this long sword blade lightsaber thing where he just slashes in front of you super quickly along to combo with his wooden stick, and this gave no opportunity for you to hit him back, and I was just stumped. I didn't know in what situation I could really punish him. If I stood too close to him, he would start using the longsword, but then if I was too far away, he started throwing daggers at me and smashing down the hammer. But if he smashed down the hammer and I tried to attack him, he would then switch back to the blade, and this made everything super hard to actually get him even lower, and this is where I was pretty much stuck for quite some time. Now I was actually getting really close. I got him super low multiple times, but I just couldn't really get the hang of it in certain situations. There would be times where I felt he just started doing crazy combos, and the second that I actually get hit, there would be absolutely no chance for me to even get myself away, make space, heal up, or do anything of that sort. If I got hit, it was pretty much just over. I got it! Almost there! Third flask.
Truly running. These foolish ambitions to rest.
I think at this point I was probably close to 2 hours into this fight, after what I would say maybe close to 20 or even 30 attempts. My sanity points were just really, really low, to the point where I was just making sounds at this point just to express how much pain I was in. At this point in time, it was probably already 1:30 a.m. or even close to 2:30. I was streaming for over 6 hours, and I was actually thinking about going to bed and just trying the next day. But I'm not gonna lie, thanks to there being a viewer actually watching with me, I was like, you know what? I want to finish this. I'm very tired, but I am gonna finish it. And quite fortunately enough, I was able to share a pretty special moment. So for the rest of this video, I hope you enjoy me finally beating Margit. Just watch through till the end because you're not gonna want to miss how it ends. It actually came really, really close. Yeah, like what do I do against that? There's nothing I can do against that. Okay. I swear he has increased reach on that last attack. Let's fucking go! Oh. Oh, I feel like my brain is fried. Oh. We did it. I actually did it. Oh, my days. Let's go. So there you go. That was the first boss that I fought. And in total, it took around 8 hours, 2 hours for the start of the game, exploring around, trying to actually find the boss, 2 hours of me first like trying to attempt and actually beat him for the first time, and that didn't go well at all. Then another 2 hours of me exploring the map, fighting Misbegotten, and then actually working up the courage to go back and fight Margit again, and that took another 2 hours. I say all in all, it probably took me around, I think, maybe 50 to 60 tries to actually beat him. But I gotta say, it was actually very, very satisfying. I had a lot of fun. I was very frustrated But I think that's just, part of the process. And it was so much better that I had just some people hanging out with me and actually sharing that moment with me and even giving me hints, because I'm just not looking up any guides. But I'm sorry that this video took so long to upload. I know I said I was going to upload a video after 1 week, but I had a lot of IRL stuff. I was balancing certain things, and it took a really long time to actually edit this video. I had no idea that editing was so hard. Who would have thought? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am going to continue the series because I am going to finish the game. But yeah, if you guys ever want to hang out with me while I play this game, it's I usually stream 3 to 4 days a week, and you can find the link in the description. But other than that, yeah, I thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Yeah, thank you for witnessing me learn how to play Elden Ring. It's the first Souls-like game I've ever played, ever, and I'm definitely interested to see where it goes, or like what other bosses I am going to fight. If you have any tips for me on what I should be doing, on what builds I should, or give me hints on where I should explore, leave a comment for me below, and don't forget to subscribe just so that you don't miss out on the next video. But I'll definitely be finishing the game, and I hope you will still be here to watch it.